Hello everybody. So here we are. This is the dividend that I received after the taxes. So it came in at 6,944.74. You minus the 1,736.19, which is a 25% foreign tax. As it says here, the foreign tax that we had to pay leaves me coming out like a bandit with $5,208 on that dividend. Now, I do have to pay state taxes on that, or whatever my bracket is, at the end of the year. And if I keep doing pretty good, making, some decent dividends, I'm going to go ahead and increase my contributions to my 401k. That way, it's pre-tax and it keeps me in a lower tax bracket for the year. So I wanted to share this. This is my current dividend money that I've been getting so far for April. I'm supposed to be getting an AT&T one coming in pretty soon, but I even got a little bit off of Paramount. But the main thing here is the nice dividend that we get from Zim. Okay, so that being said, we already know that Zim stock is going to go down. Okay, so you come down here, and as people have said, and this was their reason to try to say that Zim's not a good thing to be in. I still disagree with that. Okay, so yeah, the position itself went down like 4,000 and some change, probably a little bit more. Doesn't worry me though. I don't care about that because I am in this company for the long run. So I mean, if I was trying to jump ship, then it'd be like, all right, then the dividend's pointless because you literally lost what you got paid, right? So I do not care about that number because I care about this number, which is the amount of shares, assets in that company. And with it being a new company, I think it's going to be around a very long time. I listened to the entire conference call like 2 days ago when I was going to work. It was already over, but I listened to it. And listening to it, I think there's still a lot of goodness here. So I could care less what this does. Wait a minute. I could care less what this does because I care what this does. And, the dividends and so forth that you get. So, yeah. But anyway, this is what the account looks like before. I did buy some positions, and I'm going to share with y'all all the positions that I bought. I did keep a little bit of money in my account just in case something else comes up that I don't currently know about. So I bought about $4,000, maybe $4,700 worth of more assets today. But this is what the account currently is. And we look at some of so there's a lot of nice green in here. But, we got some total gain, total loss. We're down there, a bit. Haynes 688. What else? MFA 283. Not too bad. Some stuff like that. So there was, and then some positions that I picked up on, right? So I'll go real quick. Well, I say real quick, but it's going to take minutes to get through it all if you're interested in what I'm doing. But going here, let me just see if I can't move this over a little bit. So, Zim stock today. Here we are. It is going down. We know that. I could care less. I'm in it for the assets. And it's still new, so that I don't care about. But some stuff I looked at, Medical Properties Trust. This is a company that I bought positions in today because it's way low. And if you go across here, it's never, it's hardly like, that low in my opinion. It's got a nice market cap. You can look up all the balance sheets and everything for these companies. I'm not going to do that in this particular video. I'm just wanting to show everything that I recently picked up. So it's got a nice PE and a 14.37% dividend yield. I added to this because I feel it's a nice dividend yield and there is a lot of potential, to go back up. And I think it'll go up. I'm not worried about this one going under, So I think there's some good growth potential and good dividend and yield potential. So I picked up some shares in that. And when we look over here at the dividend history, you can go back, through all this, and it pays a nice dividend, and it's been paying so for quite a while, as you can see. So I am 100% good here. So I added to this position because I believe I already had a position, so I dollar cost averaged into that in particular position. So let me see if I can. Yeah, so here we were down the 283. So 805 is where we were. And then we were sitting at an average cost basis of $11.19. And we go here to where I bought positions. It doesn't tell you the average here, but you can see where I increased this because it has that nice high dividend yield, and I wanted to add to that. But let me go over here real quick. So 806, by buying more, I lowered my average cost basis to $9.01, which I like too, because if for any reason you want to jump out of something, you don't want to take a huge loss, because I had to take some losses, before to get into the Zim position. But that nice dividend covered those losses. So trying to sell now at a, as the stock's going down would be dumb, because then I would have lost that money when I sold out of the other swing trades, BBD, BRFS that I was in. But again, I'm not getting out of Zim because I like it. Let me move this back up real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna slide this one over here. So I'm gonna go through these here first, so we're not sliding things around all over the place. But I just want to give a general idea. Okay, so that's what I was doing with we'll close that. We'll close this medical trust. I added to it. Okay, and then you come in here, you can see that I did get into the Key Corp Bank position. Same thing. It's low down here. I made that video talking about a lot of different hedge funds and other things that are holders in this. And I just feel like this is a good opportunity play, as I've mentioned in previous videos. Hardly is it this low, as you can see looking at the chart. So it's a pretty good play. For a bank, as I compared this to other banks also, you're getting out a 5.94 PE ratio, 7.82% dividend yield, a nice market cap, $10.5 billion. That's good. This is something I wanted to get into some bank positions, kind of, but as I've also said, I'm not a real big bank person because they're just not. Banks are just, they throw money around and they're not responsible, and I still think that. Mostly. Coming in over here to the dividend yield history of Key Bank, same thing. As you scroll down, you can see that it's pretty solid. They've actually increased their dividends over time, so that's also a really, really nice plus to it. I didn't pay much attention if the other one that I just looked at was increasing their dividends all the time. You can check that out. But yeah, you can see here that they increased it over time, so minus right there was at 6 cents back in 2009. But they seem to be doing pretty good, so they got into their groove, right? So Key Corp. I picked up positions in Key Corp. And then I went ahead and Zion, the other one that I was talking about in previous videos, I jumped into Zion. Same situation. You got that nice dividend yield. The PE is pretty good. $4 billion. It's way low. It's not that low that often, and the company has been around a long time. And again, in a video I made about Zion Bank, there's a lot of different holders that are invested in this company. So I feel that this has good growth opportunity and it pays a nice dividend for a bank. So I'm getting in on that one. Dividend yield history, again, as you go back, it's increased it over time. I'm sure there's been early points where they didn't, but they got a nice track record. And also, these banks are going to be paying in May. That was another thing that I wanted to do. Because Zim paid April, I want to be able to get into stuff that pays, every month if possible. So I have a little bit coming in every month. But I do like the dividend history. Obviously, as you can see, again, some of it was high and then it went low. So these are things that people use against it. But given the price you're getting in on this, I'm willing to take it. So I went ahead and I said, yes, I did add to, or I picked up a position in Zion. So Zion and Key Bank are two positions that I got into, and I think I probably went about $2,000 between the both of them, maybe, or $1,500. I'm not sure. I have to look. I don't remember. I think it's $1,500. Hanes Brands, that was one that I was saying that, I would want to buy some more on this position. So, same. Hanes has been around a long time. It's been trending way down. PE is not there, and that's more than likely because they weren't profitable in the last quarter, or, how that looks. I haven't looked at it, but this is just a company that I stick with. It's a safe bet, in my opinion. Hanes Brands is not for growth, and it's, right now it's paying a nice, little dividend, 11.88%, what it's saying here. We can compare that to what my brokerage account says. But, yeah, I'm like, this is pretty good. It doesn't have a huge market cap, but it's Hanes Brands. I just feel like there's a lot of safety here. That's pretty much what I get it. It's not a growth one. It's a nice little dividend play also at the price that it's setting at. So as you can see, the dividend does not, increase. So it's not, it doesn't have a growth thing, and the dividend doesn't increase over time. So this is kind of like Ford company, stuff like that. It's just a little safety net. And again, this one does some of the dividend payments in May. So that helps me build up my May dividend payments, But yeah, it's been at 15 cents for a long time. Again, this is just like, a safety one for me. So that's pretty much why I'm in on that. Okay, so this was the previous thing. So a lot of this I was also dollar cost averaging down. So I'm going to bring this up real fast since we know what I bought. Okay, so Hanes Brands, you can see my cost basis was $7.29. That's going to, go down. Key, one share, so I just picked up in that one. So that's all I did with Key. We go down, medical trust, that's the one I showed you. So this went from 11.19 cost basis to 9 in some change, I think. And I was gonna go with PBR, but I did not add anything into PBR. I didn't really pick up much here, just because I don't know, with the whole dividend situation. I was like, I'm not quite sure. So I kind of stood by on that one for now. Then we look down here at Zion, which Zion you will see I picked up a position in. Alright, so here is the NPW. So I have 300 shares now in Medical Properties Trust. Yeah, again, it's down. I think there's, some nice opportunity for growth in that. Hanes increased it to 502. And I dollar cost average down on that, and you'll be able to see that. And then I turn around and I picked up these positions in Key and Zion, which you got 45 almost in Key and almost 38 in Zion. So that's just to build up, some of the dividend income. But also I think that these companies could go up in value as well, not just, with the dividend. So decent little dividends, good opportunity for growth itself, minus Hanes Brands, which I don't think there's growth there. But, these other three, I think, yeah, good opportunity for growth. So Hanes Brands is now at 641. So I dollar cost average down a little bit there. And again, you know, if I can get this, whether this goes up a little bit or you knock this down some, if there's at any point you want to get out of a company, you know, you can look at it as you still got the dividends while you were in it, but you're getting out and you're not taking a loss, right? I don't want to take a loss. So as I also said in videos, I like to buy in at different prices. That way, if you do have to sell a little bit and you need money, but you don't want to give up, you know, a position, maybe at one of those points that you bought, you're actually in the green. So, you know, for the positions that you might have bought too high, you can still keep, and it can just dollar cost average down later if you had to take out some of your dollar cost average for an emergency situation. But ideally, you don't want to do that, right? So that's why I get into dividends. Key Corp, so I just bought into it. And medical trust, as I said before, dollar cost average down. But yeah, so that's what I did today with the dividend that I received. And like I said, I still have 1,048 sitting in cash in the account, which I just have there because I haven't quite decided what I wanted to also pick up. So I'll look and see what I want to do. But pretty happy with what I did. And then the positions, you know, there's still some of that red, which we can see. You know, total gain, total loss. But I do believe that there's you know, I want to see a lot of this more green as well. So you want to have, you know, green on your total gain, you know, not as much red, and then also be getting nice dividend payments. But again, here, I am not worried about that number because I am in it for the assets. And then a real quick look at my 401k. I'm only matching the 6% right now, but as I do better with my dividend income, I will increase this pre-tax. That way I'm not paying 22% tax. You know, say like for that dividend, right? You already lost 25% for foreign tax. I don't want to lose another 22%, you know, for the US. So if I put a lot more money pre-tax into this, which I still got a lot going on, but if I'm able to, then I can still keep the majority of my money at 12%. So you're only paying a 12% additional on the, you know, the dividend from the company that I just lost it, Zim, versus paying an additional 22%, right? So you're saving yourself 10%. So that's what I'm doing there, but that's what I did. That's my quick update. Those are why I decided to pick those companies and add more to. And as things go and I make changes, you know, or whatnot, I will update y'all and let y'all know. If I find other good stuff that I want to get into and check out, I will make a video and let y'all know. So I hope that you guys got some really nice dividend payments. And I hope that y'all are finding some good companies that you guys can buy into that have a lot of potential for growth and pay out some nice dividend yields for you guys. So yeah, if you guys have any cool things that you bought, you know, please share. I'd like to look at it and whatnot. And hopefully some of these companies that I was looking at, if it's something that you're interested in, hopefully it does you good because I think it's going to do me pretty good. But anyway, that's what I did today, and pretty stoked about it, being able to add more assets. So yeah, I just sit by, and I bet in a few more months' time when Zim goes to pay another dividend, I bet that number is going to go right back in the green, and people are just, you know, then that money that I received is, you know, awesome because I'm not selling. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me too. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed it and the picks and whatnot. And if you have anything, yeah, I'd love to hear about it. So I will see you on the next video, and have a good rest of your day or night.